When he brought it out of the end zone, he'll be stopped at the 15.
Okay, ready?
Wants to throw. It's Nussmeier. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Time to take a shot. Catch inside the 30 and still running. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Tigers.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. He holds it in, and nobody's close. A huge gain on that one before he... out of bounds, and he has the first down.
I love when you back the defense off of you. If you want to get aggressive, I'll take shots down the field, make the defense play more conservative, and now what? Now you're in the red zone with a chance to get some points.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. On first and goal, they have a chance to answer with a score of their own. Quarterback sneaking his way, tunneling and burrowing into the line. And the Longhorns racing to the line in the hurry-up. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Can the D deny them on second and goal? And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Well, they try to go quarterback sneak, and I know to a lot of people that's a play we all take for granted, like it always works. Quarterback sneaks are designed to get just 1 inch. Somehow you've got to come up and do it. But the defense there, David, they bowed up and stopped them.
Did a great job. Listen, everybody knows what's coming. You know it's a quarterback sneak. It's still hard as heck to stop, but nice job by the defensive lineman. Get off the football. Don't allow them to go backwards. Don't push you backwards at all. And then what do you see with linebackers a lot of times? They come flying in there, making the stop. But a nice stop by this defense, expecting the quarterback sneak.
On third and goal, they'll try to throw it in. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
All right, interesting decision for you now. How confident are you in your offense? You got a big 4th down. It is early in the game. Do you feel like your guys can go out and generate a touchdown, or do you want to play it safe and kick the field goal?
Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. That'll bring him to within 4. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. Fielded in the end zone, it's Brown. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Looking to pass, it's Nussmeier. He's going to let it go. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. He's got it inside the 25. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead.
That's number 2 on the day, having a day. I mean, you know he's going to catch the football, and you know he's going to make plays after he catches. Those are the kind of guys that you feature and you find them, and they produce like this, you keep finding them.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Oh, he would have loved to pick up a few more yards on that return, but they've still got it at the 31. Great place to start for this offense. To the air on first down. Catch in the middle. It's buried. Got room on the return. Makes the tackle right at the 21-yard line. Pickup of 10 on the play, and this offense is threatening with a first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Durham. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. And the Tigers are in the hurry-up. Wants to go up top. Snares it outside. It's Durham.
Man, these running backs are used to being split out in high school as a wide receiver, playing 7-on-7 as middle school and high school. They're just, you could tell how comfortable he was being a wide receiver near the sidelines. Didn't get nervous at all.
And there were some collisions in there. The D finally stops him short of the marker. And the field goal unit will stay put as the head coach decides to go for it on fourth down. He's got it. First down and more. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening first and goal from the 9. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Going for 6. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off. Brought it back to the 6-yard line after making the interception.
Zone equals eyes. When I say that, DBs, linebackers, all covering the middle of the field. So many guys over the middle of the field trying to take away the easy stuff, but reading the quarterback's eyes the whole time. Whenever he breaks to throw that football and that hand separates from the ball, I'm breaking on it. You could tell they had a beat on it. Nice cut, nice instincts. Give me that INT.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
You want to create favorable matchups, and the angle route against the backer is a good way to do it.
Yeah, and especially if you're going to run man-to-man, that's hard. That's hard for a linebacker to run with a fast.
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Touchdown, LSU. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone. What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
And he's not going to take the touchback. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Snags a quick pass on the left. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Back to throw, it's Manning. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
Just don't feel like the quarterback's in a rhythm so far. He's had accuracy issues. That last throw was underthrown, but we've seen bad decisions trying to force the football in places it just shouldn't go, and that's why he's already thrown multiple interceptions.
On third down, he drops the throw. And here's the third interception of the night. Going the other way, and he's got room. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, LSU! The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick six.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play, but... Great job making the interception, and you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
The kickoff team is on the field, and we're ready to get this one underway. He'll bring it out. It's Moore. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down.
He's loose. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
What a nice connection. Knocked down immediately, and they've got it at the 25. And the Longhorns headed quickly to the line. Back to throw, it's Manning. Got his man quickly. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
I like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
From the red zone, looking for a man. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns!
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
That might be overdoing it, keeping it away from the return man as the kickoff goes out of bounds. danger spots in any college football season. Ranked team against unranked opponent. And we'll see if the upset can shake up the rankings in this one. Welcome to MetLife Stadium, home of the Giants and the Jets in East Rutherford, New Jersey. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on the 24th ranked team in the land, the Louisville Cardinals. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Seminoles will kick it away first. He'll bring it out. It's Brown. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The inside handoff. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. The Cardinals want to move quickly.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Out of the gun, the give to the back. Shakes off the defender. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
Looking to throw, it's Moss. Makes the grab, it's Golden. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Cardinals are flying down the field.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Knocked down at the 29-yard line. Picked up 15 yards on the play, and he's got a first down. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. They'll give him one to the 28-yard line.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the play.
And it is well blocked as they pick up enough for a first down.
Excellent throw by the quarterback. Found the window between the zones and then delivered the ball on time.
The Cardinals have it with a 1st and 10. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Makes the grab on the left. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays. And
he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Cardinals!
What a luxury for an offense to have. The ability to set the tone on the ground, giving that guy the football time after time, making offense easy, being physical, and really setting the tone for this football game.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone. It's Lucas. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Castellanos. They're working that left side. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Picks his way ahead, pick up a 3, and gets it to the 20-yard line.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Already down the score early. The last thing you want to do on your first drive is give it right back to them. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it in their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
How about that? That's already the 3rd target this guy has had on the opening drive of the game. He is a big factor for their success throwing the football. He's got to win the matchups. Even though that one goes incomplete, they got to keep throwing him the ball.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
Man, as a quarterback, you got to be careful. He's lucky there. If you miss high throwing over the middle of the field, oftentimes that results in interception. So lucky that ball was incomplete.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. He'll try to do it himself. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Well, we saw earlier in the game, after not getting it on 3rd, going for it on 4th down and having success. So you got to wonder, after that incompletion, are they going to try that again and stay aggressive here on 4th?
3 straight incompletions, and undaunted, they'll go for it on 4th and 10. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And that one falls incomplete. A huge stand by the defense.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Give to Brown. It's a running room. And he'll have to check his feelings after that lick, but he did get the first down. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Louisville! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. So the kickoff team will come out after they turn in a score on that last drive. He'll bring it out. It's Williams. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. So first down here as they go back to work. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Navigates that mass of bodies and gets 4 out to the 17.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up, you get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease for your running back.
Here's the handoff. Find some fresh air. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. The Noles injecting some attitude, throwing the spear down football.
Run the football, be aggressive. This is the part of the offense that, remember, it was a long time at Florida State.
Oh, what a play. It's intercepted. And the ball's loose. Scoops it up. Still a live ball. He's loose down the left side. 10. Touchdown, Florida State. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house.
Well, that one obviously not how you draw it up. It didn't start off great. Bad ball security. Ball ends up on the floor. But how about Johnny on the spot being there to not just scoop it up, but then shows you the wheels and takes it all the way to the house. An explosive play touchdown. You may never see one like that again.
And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. Coming out with it, it's Brown. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Motion from the wide receiver. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1.
I know hindsight's 20/20, but I hate the play call there. It's third and long. You're in your own end of the field. That's a play. You got to throw it. You got to trust someone to make a catch and go make a play. You're trying to catch the defense off guard. Nobody falls for it. It's just a bad play.
Picked off. A turnover in their own end. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
That's a bad decision by the quarterback. In that area of the field, you have got to be careful. If the guy's not wide open, you've got to throw that football away because not only are you getting it picked off, but he's returning it now down close to your goal line and setting his offense up in great field position.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Back to pass, it's Castellanos. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
You got great field position here. You got to pay it off. Who is your go-to receiver that can make a play in this situation?
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is third and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it on the run. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, no! Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. They'll try the run. Fighting off the defender. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. And the Cardinals want to crank the tempo. Looking to throw on first down. He'll throw it. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete. They're dealing with a second and long. Caught in the backfield, it's golden. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still, just a very short gain. They'll go hurry up here. From the shotgun, the inside give. It's a seam wide open. Turning it on. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Cardinals.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense, man. Late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution of the drive by that offense.
And he tacks on the extra point. Fielded in the end zone, it's Lucas. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. From the gun, the ground game. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And you got to do a better job up front right there. That run was doomed from the get-go. Nowhere to go. The back gets hit as soon as he gets the football. Hard to succeed as a running back. And you get the ball and you get clocked.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Grabbed over the middle. It's McLaughlin. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs, get those big chunks.
Trying to make magic with his feet. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
I think he did a really good job, first of all, keeping his eyes downfield. You could see he wanted to throw the football. But when it's not there, don't force it. Tuck it down, get some positive yards.
The Seminoles can really attack on this 2nd and short. Going for it all. And they can hook up, going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
And those sting for offenses, man. You've got an opportunity to get in the end zone, to get the touchdown. It's not easy. It's hard to get guys open. He comes open, and the quarterback, man, I bet he wishes he had that one down.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field. You're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls in.
Let's see what they dial up on this 4th down. Remember, they're 1 for 2 so far in this one. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And the incomplete pass, they roll the dice. Snake eyes. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. On the move is the 30. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. First down here for the offense. To the ground, he's got it again. Smashes through the tackle. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. From the gun, the running back looking for room. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Dropping back, it's Moss. Got out of trouble and throws. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Cardinals!
You know, there's so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
And let's finish this half now. Now we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time. So get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he had just taken a knee in the end zone. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see how they handle it. Wants to go up top on first down. That's caught. It's Davis. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Looking to scramble. At the 45 on his way. Quarterback got it himself. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. So that'll do it here in the first half. Stay tuned. Halftime is coming. The Cardinals will line up to kick off and start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Williams. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. They'll start this third quarter with a run. Good blocking, good running, pick up of 6 out to the 30.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So then getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Got the quick pass. He'll work and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds.
You see it more and more. Smaller wide receivers, I don't care about their size anymore. I put them in the slot. I let them get a good matchup. They're so quick, people can't get their hands on them. They make plays, and I feed them the football. These are guys that have a lot of catches throughout a season.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking for a man. It's Castellanos. Catch in the middle. It's McLaughlin. All down at the 38-yard line and a big pickup of 15 yards there. When Bobby Bowden built this program, high-flying offenses, great quarterback play, innovation. Look at that toughness, just running through everybody. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
The give is to Williams. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Trying play action. He misses his man, the accuracy. Not what it needed to be on that play.
And he finally missed one, right? I mean, he's been pretty hot, right? 5 passes in a row. He's been moving the ball around, different platforms, different receivers. Just done a really good job spreading the ball around, and he's human. He finally missed.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on fourth down, trailing by double figures. They got him for and that'll be a turnover on downs.
That's a tough place to be if you're the quarterback, too. Going fourth down, the defense dials up the blitz, and you just feel the pocket constricting around you. It's like a black hole. There's just nothing you can do. It's hard to see receivers downfield. It's hard to step up, and on that play, you're helpless, and you know that you're losing possession and you're coming off the field.
He makes the stop, and a nice pickup there on first down. Leaves them in second and manageable. And the Cardinals want to pick up the tempo. From the gun, they'll try the middle. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. There he goes. At the 30. The tag. Touchdown, Louisville. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
This offense looked unstoppable in the first half, lighting up the scoreboard, and it doesn't look much different here in the second half. They take their first drive of the third quarter, march down the field and score. There's no end in sight for these guys.
He'll bring it out. It's Lucas. He gets a block. What a great return, and he flips the field to start this drive off, and he just about scored himself. It is so good to have a dangerous return man. They'll start this drive from the 42. Looking to throw, it's Castellanos. Fires to the wideout. Caught over the middle. It's White. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the tight end. There he goes. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. Fast completion moves the sticks in, and let's see if they try it again. Wants to throw on first down. Out of the backfield, he's open. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. Back to pass. Unleashes one deep. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game. Throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on fourth down. He'll take a shot. And it's incomplete to Long. On fourth down is to no avail.
Well, they're unable to come up with that one on fourth down. And I remember this as a player. You practice specific plays on fourth down for those types of situations. And you know all week against the scout team, they've gotten really clean looks, easy to execute against.
Oh, a lot of space. Turning on the Jets. He's at the 40. The 20. Past the 10. Touchdown Cardinals. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
David, this guy's showing us everything he's got in his toolbox. Between the tackles, running outside, the elusiveness, the vision, the speed, the patience, and with that home run, now has over 200 yards rushing in this game.
And there's nothing more frustrating than a guy that just keeps coming and keeps coming. They keep feeding him, and he keeps breaking tackles. He keeps making big plays. This defense has had absolutely no answer for that stud.
They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
And everybody's got different philosophies. Some people kick onsides every single time. You go for the big play, try to create some momentum for your team, but they failed. A nice job covering the kick, seeing the football off the kicker's foot, securing it, getting on the ground, and making sure your offense retains the football.
Can't hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking downfield, it's Sperry. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
And this safety is a ball hawk. He's a playmaker. Not only have we seen him get involved in the running game and make tackles playing downfield, but he plays the center field position as well as anybody in college football, and you saw it right there.
Rolling, throwing, looking right. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Man, and that's one he probably wants back. And sometimes you underestimate the speed of your guy or how fast he gets out there, and you could tell just threw that a little bit too far. His receiver didn't have the jets to go catch up with that.
And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the third quarter. So we open the final period with a third down play. They'll go to the air on third and short. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Brown. Wide open spaces. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. They showed great trust in their quarterback right. Oh, he's got some space. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. They'll run play action. Rushes on him. Takes a hit as he fires. Give him 6. Touchdown, Cardinals!
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Not much reason to go for the onside kick at this point, except they want to run up the score. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. And the Wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line.
And it's another tackle for loss for this defense. I'll tell you, they came into this game knowing they had to shut this guy down. He's one of the best in the nation, and they've given him the ball a bunch. He's just had nowhere to run, and I don't think anybody expected him to struggle as much as he had so far in this game.
The Seminoles need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on third down. Unloads it downfield. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
And this passing attack has not been great today. It hasn't found a way to manufacture those big plays and to scare this defense. And now, in passing situations, trailing.
Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. I'm sorry, you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous party. A late touchdown. Safe to say the offense could have used a few more plays like that earlier in the game.
Too little, too late. At least you got something going. You got some kind of rhythm. The offense put some points up. But, man, if they'd have started a little bit better, they might have had a chance to be a little bit more in this ballgame.
And they tacked on the extra point. They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch. Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing. They've done what they want in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
Good, wide open, big play opportunity. Hits him right between the numbers. You got to make that play. Those are one of those where I I tap my helmet like, dude, that was me. That was on me. My bad. Give me another opportunity later on.
They want that clock to run. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. The Cardinals moving quickly to the line. To the air. It's Moss. Swings it out to the flat. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves them with second and short. First snap in the red zone on this drive. Back to pass on second down. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He'll try to take it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Never say die attitude, and I love that, especially these young players, because they're out there competing. And I know the scoreboard right now doesn't look pretty. They're not going to come back and win this football game, but I just love kids that are competing until there's zeros on the clock.
Got him downfield. When a defense is in zone coverage, Jesse, they want to react. How do you react to a howitzer coming out like that one?
Not much you can do, because this guy's got a cannon. You saw all the eyeballs on defense on that play. They were waiting and anticipating that throw, but when you've got an arm like that, it's going to be tough to stop that throw.
Man, that play takes some protection. If you're going to stick it in the belly and that wide receiver is going to run down the field that far, I need some good protection, and I need my lineman not to go downfield. Nice job by the quarterback making the right read, being patient, throwing that strike.
What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Got it in the middle, it's Davis. They stripped it out. And the defense jumps on it, they get that turnover.
Defensive coordinators always preach swatting and batting at the football and trying to punch it out, trying to dislodge the ball from the ball carrier, and boy, they did it right there.
Gets a hand in there and breaks it up. It's incomplete, but wait, there is a flag down on the play. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. Offense gets set for second down. Motion from the back. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Another incompletion on third down.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know a lot's went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here at the end of the game.
They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning.
Obviously, this game hasn't gone the way they would have liked, but coaches are always looking for positive moments and things that you can build on. How about that young man going out, getting an interception? Yeah, they're being blown out. They're probably not going to win this football game, but that is the type of play that as a coaching staff you can build on for next week's game.
Fires into the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. So now it's second and long. Looking downfield, it's Sperry. Lets it fly deep downfield. And he takes it in the end zone for a touchdown and a little window dressing here at the end of the game.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing in the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game.
They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game. Well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to just run the clock, take a knee, whatever you want.
No doubt. They're going to love watching this game film, too. There's just so many positives to take away from this. And this
the ball squirts out. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes.
I'll tell you, honestly, I don't know what that player could have done to hold on to that football. That defender absolutely popped him. He knocked him into next week. There was no chance.
Looking deep down the right side. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
And this is a tough spot for the QB, man. Like, he knows he's down big and has to make big plays down the field, but also got to be smart, because this defense, you can tell, bringing in extra bodies.
And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And, man, it can be dangerous when quarterbacks get outside the pocket. They can stress your defense so bad. You better chase them. You got to keep running as hard as you can and try to get to him before he can throw that.
He lofts one down the sideline. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on fourth down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on fourth down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
The incomplete pass, fourth down, fails, and they'll turn it over.
There's not many play calls on the sheet to score a bunch of points really quickly, so you got to go for it here. I like the aggressiveness, but this offense continues to miss the mark, and they just got to score more points. They got to do better, right, Palmer? That's expert analysis. They got to do better.
Touchdown, Louisville! And a beatdown has ensued.
Man, you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile on.
Makes the grab in the end zone for the two as they extend the lead. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it.
He's going to throw deep right side. He makes a grab. Touchdown, Seminoles. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
And it's not an accident. They're featuring this guy. His second receiving touchdown of the game. That's your job as a coach. Find my playmakers, get them the ball so they can do damage and have games like this right here.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. Nice return there, and he'll be dragged down at the 34. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Looking for a man. It's Moss. He unleashes a long one. Final shot falls to the turf, and that'll be the ball game. Scoreboard operator got a workout in this one. Fun game for us.